Wild Scrubs Runner coming at you again with another talk for wide feet runners and tips to how to improve your running experience. Like I said in my last video, which you can check it out on my channel, my last video that talks about wide feet runners and what wide feet runners need. And one of them is lessen the pronation. Lessening the pronation will reduce your running injuries. It will improve or reduce or even eliminate a lot of your running type of injuries and also weak ankles. It can support all of that. Wide feet runners tend to collapse their feet inwards, called pronation, like this. And in each step, either walking or running, your feet tend to do this. And it aggravates your entire lower leg. It strains your muscles in your calves. It then strains your tendons from your anterior and posterior tibialis, which is that causes shin splints and then radiates down to Achilles tendonitis, and then in between that, posterior tibialis tendonitis, and then gives you Achilles tendonitis, and then it aggravates your plantar fascia or the bottom of your feet. So to alleviate all of that and even reduce the chances of that, you want your feet not to pronate in each step like this. And you prevent that by using one of these called insoles. These things are great and they are not on the cheap side, but when you look at running injuries and the days that you take off for running or the days that you're always in pain in the morning and or each step hurts, the investment of this is not gonna mean as it's the financial thought of it. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be very worth it. The investment of these are worth it. This actually has an arch that will support and guide your foot or feet to not collapse inside and give you a stability as much as a shoe can give you stability to, as well. Like what I said in my last video, the Structure 22, it has good forefoot and heel stabilization for your feet in each stride, and then this can also alleviate your pronation even more and keep you more stabilized and reduce injuries. This particular one I actually use is very awesome. I used to not be a believer in using insoles because I thought that the more I run, the more that I will build up the strength in my calves and my shin muscles and my tendons and Achilles the more I run, either doing intervals or doing hill workouts or even lifting weights. But over the years, I found that to be wrong. You're gonna need one of these if you are wide feet, flat foot runner or athlete or endurance person because of that pronation that you cannot get away with. It either naturally occurs and or because over time as your proteins stop making as much proteins, it just weakens your entire muscle group. And you're not going to notice that until you start having a little bit of aches and pains and injuries and or just feeling yourself slow down in running or your mobility reduces itself. So the perfect way to see if you are pronating and to what degree is one, you could do the expensive way and just going to your doctor and getting a referral for PT and see if they can do an analysis, or they can give you a referral to sports performance clinic and they can see your running form and they can talk about goals and then they can talk about what you need to do in order to improve your running or your strides in either walking or running. Or you can also take your phone and record yourself running away from your phone or your camera, and to see how much you are pronating. And if you are pronating, then you're gonna need one of these. I use this in all of my shoes, even my stability shoes already, because stability shoes is supposed to assist with pronation as well. But I found that I am guessing that I pronate so much that any stability shoes is not enough for me to actually reap the benefit of a stability shoe. So therefore, I use one of these as well. A lot of athletes nowadays also use custom made insoles, and you don't need custom made insoles because there are studies out there that just over the counter or insoles that you can buy in REI or sports running stores or adventure stores are just as effective and actually a lot cheaper than customs. So therefore, your investments in over the counters would be really, really on the more cheaper side than a custom, because a custom is, after you add it up, you go to the doctor, that's money, then you get a referral, that's another money, and then you get an assessment, that's money, and then again your 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 actual construction of your custom insoles, that's also money. So right there, it adds up at the end of the day. If you have good insurance, great, you'll get covered, but you're still there, someone's still paying a lot of money for those custom insoles. Or you can just go to the store, grab one of these, and use it right away. What I particularly use is these. It's called Superfeet Carbon insoles. This is the gray model and with the green bottoms, and this is actually a carbon fiber plate. Okay, don't be fooled by the thinness of this and think that, oh, this is not going to support my body, it's too thin. But this plate is so strong that Superfeet is actually guaranteeing, not, I wouldn't say guarantee, they are advising that you can use this up to 400 miles, 4 to 500 miles of use. So if you're good at tracking your running mileage and you only use these whenever you run, or you get a second pair and use one for your casual shoes and then one for your running shoes, and over time kind of estimate or keep track of your mileage with these, it over time you're gonna notice how durable this is and how much it's gonna help you. So take a look at this. This is a Superfeet Carbon. I chose these because they are for flat footers. It gives you a low I wouldn't say it gives you a low volume. If you have high volume foot, which means if you have fat, flat, and wide feet, then the thinness of this is gonna benefit you whenever you use it in any of your shoes, either casual or your running shoes. And the thinness of this also helps with the the weight of the shoes whenever you go running. So therefore, this is the go-to insoles that I always use. I've tried Power Step, and I tried another Thread Lab, and I tried there's another green top insoles too, Spenco. So I tried all of those, but this seems to be the best for an athlete like I wouldn't say I'm an elite athlete, but an active person. I use I used this, and this seems to work a heck of a lot better than any of the models I've ever tried. So check this out. I actually have a link down below that you can click onto, and it will direct you to Amazon. And you can help me out too by clicking on that link and ordering from Amazon to get these, and it'll help the channel out, and it'll help me to create more great content for you guys, and to hopefully give you more of a running tips and entertainment throughout my channel. So please take the time, check it out, and once you get this, you can take out your insoles of whatever shoes that you're using, slap this on, shape it the way that you want to shape it, or at least the bed of your of your shoe, and go out for a run or go out for a walk and see the improvements that you will be making. Once you use this, I will imagine you would be using this for a very long time. So I usually invest on sale type of insoles. So they fluctuate. The link that I will provide you that goes to Amazon actually fluctuates its price. It can be $55 to as low as $34 as the season or as the year goes on. So if you just keep clicking throughout the year on Amazon, you will find that the prices will adjust based on supply and demand. So, like I said, these are Superfeet. I'm not advertising because I wanna make money. It's that's not all. Don't get it twisted like that. I am in the things that I will talk about are the things that I've tried and I've been successful at using. And one of them is the Superfeet insoles. This one particularly with the Superfeet Carbon for wide feet and flat footers, and the structure and the Nike Structure 22, because those have helped me fight through my injuries and experience a better wide feet running experience. Okay? So that is all for me. Until next time, thank you guys. And this Wild Scrubs running coming at you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.